Let's talk about this stunning admission by Donald Trump during his first probation officer meeting that he still has a firearm in Mar-a-Lago in his Florida location of living. It's not really a home. He lives in like a resort where people pay dues to be a member of. But this could be a serious issue because being a felon with a firearm creates very significant problems. And we'll see if that is addressed at the sentencing on July 11th, or if it's going to be addressed by local authorities in West Palm Beach based on a potential crime being committed. Also, are there other firearms that Donald Trump is not disclosing? You'll recall, go back a year or so ago for some of the MeidasTouch Network semi-OGs who were watching back then. Remember the story we broke when Donald Trump went to South Carolina and his campaign spokesperson, Stephen Chung, bragged about Donald Trump purchasing a firearm from a South Carolina gun shop, and then special counsel Jack Smith flagged it in the DC criminal case, and then Trump and his people were then denying it or tried to downplay it. Is there some significant issues there? And the ultimate irony here is that the MAGA Republicans really instigated prosecution of Hunter Biden for a paperwork violation relating to whether or not he purchased a firearm while he was under the influence or while he was addicted to drugs. But being a felon with a firearm, significantly more serious ramifications. Let's just break this all down. Here's the article from the Daily Beast and from CNN. Trump admits to having a gun in Florida during probation interview. Donald Trump reportedly admitted to possessing a gun in Florida during his pre-sentencing interview Monday, another potential felony that has the potential to violate the terms of his release. The admission comes just weeks after he was found guilty on 34 felony counts on falsifying business records. Trump told officials that of the 3 weapons listed on his New York City concealed carry permit, one is believed to be back in Florida. Pause there. What I want to show you in a little bit as well, that Donald Trump's concealed carry permit was obtained under very dubious circumstances as well, based on some investigative reporting done in 2019. We'll connect all the dots, don't you worry. 2 of the 3 concealed weapons were already handed over to police in March last year following the indictment in the Manhattan criminal case. But the third, Trump claims, this is what Trump claims, was lawfully moved to Florida, according to CNN. It is a federal offense to possess a firearm or ammunition as a convicted felon. We'll go over the definition of when a conviction technically attaches under the law in a moment. Palm Beach police told CNN that no such gun had been turned in since Trump's felony conviction, while an official in New York, briefed on the probation investigation, told CNN that the outstanding gun will be referred to local authorities in Florida to take whatever steps are necessary. Trump's representatives did not respond when questioned by CNN. And then it goes on to say Trump's concealed carry license, which has been suspended since his 2023 arrest, will now be revoked. Ryan Goodman has a great thread, really good lawyer, Goodman, and he breaks things down really well. He says, breaking, Trump admitted to probation officials he has a gun in Florida. Convicted felon possessing firearm equals felony. Indicted person receiving firearm in interstate commerce equals felony. Conditions of release for Trump in D.C., Florida, Georgia is not committing a felony. Donald Trump's condition of release in the District of Columbia says it's so ordered that the defendant's release is subject to the conditions. 1, defendant must not violate federal, state, or local law while on release. In the Florida arraignment, in the Florida federal criminal Mar-a-Lago document case, which was not before Judge Eileen Cannon, even though she's the presiding judge over the case. The arraignment was with a presiding magistrate judge for that day. The court says, and this was in the transcript, subsection B requires the release to be subject to the condition that the person not commit a federal, state, or local crime during the period of release. I assume that the defendant, former President Trump, has no problem with that condition. Todd Blanche, Trump's lawyer. I assure you he does not, Your Honor. Well, he's had this firearm in Florida now for over 2 weeks since he's been a convicted felon. The Georgia bond condition is the same. As Ryan Goodman says here, you may recall that Trump team once boasted and then walked back a claim that he had purchased a gun while on release. More on that in a moment. Recall, special counsel Jack Smith submitted a brief to the D.C. federal court saying it could be a violation of his conditions of release. Footnote 9 in this filing says the following. The defendant recently was caught potentially violating his conditions of release and tried to walk that back in similar fashion. In particular, on September 25th, the defendant's campaign spokesman posted a video of the defendant in the Palmetto State Armory, a federal firearms license in Summerville, South Carolina. The video posted by the spokesman showed the defendant holding a Glock pistol with the defendant's likeness etched into it. The defendant stated, "I've got to buy one," and posed for pictures with the FFL owners. The defendant's spokesman captioned the video tweet with the representation that the defendant had purchased the pistol, exclaiming, "President Trump purchased a Glock in South Carolina." The spokesman subsequently deleted the post and retracted his statement, saying that the defendant did not purchase or take possession of the firearm, a claim directly contradicted by the video showing the defendant possessing the pistol. Then they go on to say, the defendant either purchased a gun in violation of the law and his conditions of release, or seeks to benefit from his supporters' mistaken belief that he did so. It would be a separate federal crime and thus a violation of defendant's conditions of release for him to purchase a gun while his felony indictment is pending. See 18 U.S.C. Section 922 sub N. I'll show you that purchase in a second. Timeline. March 30th, 2023, Manhattan indictment. March 31, 2023, 2 pistols were turned over to NYPD, and a third gun listed on Trump's license was moved to Florida. April 1, 2023, Trump's New York concealed carry license suspended. Regarding the timing of the move to Florida, quote, 2 of the 3 pistols he was licensed to carry were turned over to the NYPD on March 31st, 2023, and a third gun listed on Trump's license was lawfully moved to Florida. The person, anonymous senior police official, added, lawfully, And then Ryan Goodman explains how a conviction occurs upon a verdict of guilty. So when Trump was found guilty over 2 weeks ago, a conviction occurs. That is the ruling in the Court of Appeals, which is New York's top court. It's like their Supreme Court's called the Court of Appeals. In People v. Montilla, 2008, decision interpreting the definition of conviction for New York State crime of possession of firearm by person previously convicted of any crime. Here's a reminder. Trump got his gun license originally without adequate vetting, according to a former New York City police officer. Ex-NYPD Lieutenant Paul Dean, who pled guilty to bribing officers to expedite applications for concealed carry licenses, said in a court filing that Trump got the license without adequate vetting. This was from a 2019 filing and report. Now let me show you this moment. Stephen Chung, Donald Trump's spokesperson, back on September 25th, 2023, says the following. President Trump purchases at Glock Inc. in South Carolina. There he is at the South Carolina gun store. And here is what goes down in the video. Play the clip.
Like this from Glock.
Wow. And they sell well.
Yes, sir.
They like
Very well.
me.
They like you.
I gotta buy one.
Sir, if you want one.
No, I want to buy one. I want to buy one.
Can I get one more picture with the president?
Go ahead.
And it's right here. I just want.
Go ahead.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, let me have a minute. Y'all look so good. Watch this. Hunted.
You got
got it.
And hey, jump in one more time. With Julian, hey, the Attorney General, jump in.
Come on, Attorney General.
You look good.
Appreciate it.
Hey, you have the
We saw tons of them. Glock
Good,
is
very good,
fantastic. A huge partnership with Glock. We're one of the biggest. I don't know that they ever can. It's just
That's a big
unique
seller.
Oh, hey, this
Big
is
seller.
fantastic. 1, 2, 3.
Also, it should be noted that very recently, in the past month or so, 5-6 weeks, Donald Trump signed a gun for Roseanne Barr. Giving away or selling a firearm would be a violation of Trump's bond agreement. Let me show you this clip.
We love you, Roseanne. We love you. I'm signing this especially for you. And we love everything you represent. Keep fighting. Thank you.
So, folks, these issues now will be investigated. I think they will be brought to Justice Merchan's attention. And we want to make sure that we connect all the dots here on the MeidasTouch Network. Now, hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. And thank you very much for watching.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.